In recent years it seemed that the decline of the supersports market, as motorcyclists have turned to adventure bikes and other less high-performance alternatives, might result in some Japanese firms abandoning the sector altogether. Yamaha's launch of a new, race-developed YZF R1, the successor to the famed 1998 model of the same name, is an emphatic statement to the contrary. Indeed, the new R1 is more like Valentino Rossi's YZR-M1 MotoGP racer than any of its predecessors. Yamaha's research showed that riders who continue to buy supersports bikes tend to be hardcore enthusiasts who use their bikes on a racetrack. Hence the decision to shift the emphasis from road to circuit performance, and base this R1 not on the previous model but on the M1 racer. With a maximum output of 197 bhp, and weighing 199 kilograms with fuel, the Yamaha has a power-to-weight ratio fractionally higher than that of BMW's class yardstick, the S1000RR. Equally importantly, the R1 incorporates an M1-derived electronics package that is arguably the most sophisticated yet on a production bike. Yamaha's system is based on a device called an inertia measurement unit which, like those used by BMW, Ducati and KTM, uses gyroscopes and accelerometers to track movement more than 100 times per second. This allows a more refined traction control system, a separate slide control for limiting rear tire movement on acceleration, plus an anti-wheelie system. According to project leader Hideki Fujiwara, the system has 90% of the function of its M1 equivalent. The 998cc 16-valve 4-cylinder engine uses conventional tuning methods, including more over-squared dimensions, higher compression ratio and redesigned valve operating mechanism to gain 18 bhp over the previous power plant. It is lighter and revs higher but retains the R1's cross-plane crankshaft arrangement, derived from the M1, that gives a distinctive, droning exhaust note and usable torque delivery. As you get onto the R1's slightly higher, thinly padded seat, there is no doubt that it's a supremely focused machine. Below the fairing's fairly low, racy screen is a colorful digital instrument panel that displays the wide variety of settings, controllable via buttons on the handlebars. The range of functions and adjustability is potentially bewildering, but the Yamaha is outstandingly intuitive and easy to use. The R1 is exhilaratingly, sometimes breathtakingly, fast, combining ferocious acceleration with very refined throttle response, even in the most aggressive of its 4 engine modes. Peak power arrives at 13,500 revolutions per minute and the engine is respectably flexible, pulling sweetly enough at low revs to suggest that the bike will be perfectly happy at modest road speeds. And on either road or track, its electronics package matches, if not exceeds, the best rival systems, allowing expert and less experienced riders alike to approach their and the bike's limits with an outstanding level of safety. The gearbox's quick shifter lacks the downshift facility of its BMW and Ducati rivals, but in every other respect the R1 is outstandingly rider-friendly. Its chassis, based on a new aluminium frame and suspension parts, is equally capable, taut, light and supremely agile. I didn't find the bike cramped, despite being tall. It's firmly suspended, superbly well braked, the ABS system links front and rear discs, depending on the bike's angle of lean, and effortlessly controllable. Inevitably this is a hardcore machine whose performance will be largely wasted on the road, where its more aggressive riding position, smaller fuel tank and shorter wheelbase will be of little benefit. But those electrical systems will be useful everywhere, and help justify a £14,999 price that's as competitive as the Yamaha's performance. The R1 was developed under the motto "No excuses." Comparison tests with a stopwatch running will be the ultimate judge, but in isolation this wonderfully fast, focused and exhilarating race replica is good enough to suggest that none will be needed.